Well, following the outcome of the Labour leadership election today, a lot of people will feel politically homeless. And I've already been contacted by numerous people who have said they're going to resign their membership, some of whom have already left the Labour Party. And they're looking for an alternative political home, really, because they feel that the Labour Party doesn't really reflect their views, their priorities. And I think many people don't feel that the Labour Party now reflects the country as a whole, or certainly the working class communities in the country. And what I believe now, what we'll see, what's going to happen now, is that there will be a return to the political consensus that has held sway, well, really since Margaret Thatcher was elected between the two political parties. There was a hiatus in that when Jeremy Corbyn was elected as the leader of the Labour Party in 2015. But we've really got essentially two major political parties now who are committed to neoliberalism. And I think if we're going to address the grotesque inequality in the country, the levels of poverty, 14 million people in the fifth biggest economy in the world living in poverty, then we're going to have a socialist alternative, a socialist approach. Neoliberalism has been a catastrophic failure. Well, we haven't named the grassroots movement yet. That will come later. We want to consult with people about the name. But essentially, it's about bringing communities together. It's about ensuring that the people, millions of people in this country who feel politically homeless, who feel that democracy doesn't work for them, a country, the fifth biggest economy in the world, and yet a country that has 14 million people living in poverty. And what we want to ensure, therefore, is that we bring communities together, that we bring people together, we try and inspire working class communities, those that have felt left behind, so that their voices are heard. And we want to demand a different type of democracy. We want participatory democracy rather than representative democracy, because representative democracy hasn't worked in the interests of the vast majority of the British public ever since the franchise was extended in 1918. If it did work, we wouldn't have 14 million people living in poverty in Britain today. We wouldn't have millions of people in insecure part-time and zero-hour contract employment. We wouldn't have people sleeping rough on the streets. People would have a secure home, they'd have a decent career, and they wouldn't be paying tuition fees. Essentially, democracy has been working in the interests of very rich and powerful people. So representative democracy, you have to ask the question, who are they representing? And that's why I think we need a different approach. And that's the sort of thing that we're going to be demanding as we build this grassroots movement. And we want to give people confidence, we want to inspire people, we want to raise political consciousness, but we also want to take a leaf out of the book of organisations, groups like the Black Panther Party in the States, who recognise that where there was state failure to deliver for the community, they did it for themselves. So we want to build capacity in communities as well as raising political consciousness. And we want to do that through culture, through alternative media, and through street protests as well. And we've planned a festival of resistance to launch the new movement in June. But of course, the coronavirus has put paid to that. We've put it back now to October. But we've got a range of fantastic speakers coming along to hopefully inspire the movement, including representatives of the Gilets jaunes who led the way in terms of street protests in France against Macron's neoliberal reforms. We've also got people like Max Blumenthal, Loki, the rapper, Noam Chomsky, probably the foremost radical thinker in the world, is going to be participating in the conference as well. And together, if we can bring these forces together, bring these inspirational figures together, we hope that we can build a movement that will stand the test of time, that will change our politics and bring about a democracy that works in the interests of the many, not the few. Anybody who wants to register their support for the new movement can initially go to the website resistfest.co.uk, but we also have an email address which is resistfestival2020@gmail.com. That's in the details below this video. And I'd urge anybody who's interested to please get in touch so that we can build this movement and change this country for the better.